Hello and welcome once again to Akusia's vlog. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. In today's episode, we are preparing pizza. Come with me as I take you through the process today. First of all, I have my shredded chicken and shredded beef. I have my sausage. I have my homemade spices. I have my sugar, my chili flakes. This is really hot for those who like some spiciness. I have my black pepper, my thyme. I also have my flour. I have my tomato paste, oil. I have my salt to taste, some mixed vegetables, onions, mixed bell pepper, garlic, habanero pepper, tomato, and then my yeast. Now I'll be telling you two other ingredients as we go by. So first of all, in a bowl, I poured 1 tablespoonful of yeast and 1 tablespoonful of sugar with 300 ml of water, warm water to wet. Remember, we are using warm water and not hot or cold water. After you give it a quick stir and then you cover it with your cling film nicely. If you don't have cling film, you can use any nice napkin to cover it up, or if you have any airtight bowl, you can use it. This we are going to allow it to rest for 10 minutes. This way we would activate the yeast. And how are we going to know that our yeast has been activated? Continue watching whilst I show you. So after 10 minutes, this is how it looks like. We all can see that it's foamy on top, which suggests that our yeast has been activated. So it's time to move on to the next. Since we are baking today, we need accurate measurement. So in another bowl, I'm pouring 4 cups or 500 grams of our all-purpose flour into it. If you are in a country where you get pizza-specific flour, kindly use that one. After, I'm adding a teaspoon of salt to taste, and then I'll give it a quick stir. When you're done, create a small hole in between and pour your activated yeast into it. And then don't forget to add a tablespoonful of your vegetable oil to it. Now for this recipe, it's very good to use olive oil if you have it. So I'm going to start mixing it till it forms into a dough. You can use your hand mixer or a dough mixer if you have. This way it's very short and then it's very easy to have it done. So continue kneading till it all forms into a dough before transferring it onto your work surface. Remember that we are going to knead this for 10 minutes to activate the gluten. So on my working surface, I'm pouring just a little bit of my flour to it, and then I'll start kneading till it's really smooth. Now I suggest you use the machine if you have, because this one needs a lot of muscles to do it. Or you can just cut them into smaller sizes and be kneading it to your preference. On the other hand, I'm just coating my bowl with oil so that it doesn't stick in it. And then I'll continue with my kneading till it's smooth like you all see here. After, I'm going to lay it nicely into my bowl, and then I'll cover it up again with my cling film. Remember to coat it with some of the oil so that it doesn't stick to the cling film when it starts doubling in size. So after, I'm going to leave it in a warm place for 60 or an hour to an hour and 30 minutes till it doubles up in size. Now that we're done with our dough, it's time to start our pizza sauce. And we need our garlic, some fresh tomatoes, habanero pepper, and some red bell pepper. I'm using red because I want the color to be red. And then I'll give it a quick blend till it's very smooth in texture. After, I'm going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of my oil or vegetable oil into a heated pan and allow it to heat up. Now you can use olive oil because it's good for pizza sauce. After I'm pouring my blended ingredient into it, and then I'll add my tomato paste to it. I'm adding the tomato paste because I want the color to be red like the pizza sauce we see here. After I'm adding my thyme, and then I'll add my homemade spices to it. You give it a quick stir when you're done. You can add salt if you want, but then now I'm not going to add salt because of my homemade spice. Now you see I didn't add any water when blending my ingredients because I want to shorten the cooking time. So I mix everything together, cover it up and allow it to simmer on low heat for at least 20 to 30 minutes or till you see that it's well cooked, and then I'll take it out of the fire. Cover it when you're done. Now in some big shops we have pizza sauce. You can buy that one, but then I prefer to make mine at home because it's cheaper, and then I have all the ingredients readily available too. So instead of thyme, which is a spice, you can also use some mixed pizza spices which are full of herbs, and then you add it directly to it. Whilst waiting for it to thoroughly cook, I'm going to start cutting my vegetables. Now these ones are optional, so cut any vegetable of your choice that you want. But I prefer to use my bell peppers mixed ones because I love to add color to my food. Now I wish to thank all my viewers and my new subscribers for the support you guys have continued showing me each and every day. Now, if you haven't subscribed and you are still watching my channel, please do well. Don't forget to leave your comments too when you're done, or give me thumbs up if you think my video is so educative too. So I'm chopping my onions. I have my red and then my white onion, or yellow onions if that's how you call yours. After, I'm going to set it aside, and then we will check on our stew again. So this is how it is. Look at how nice it's still cooking. You give it a quick stir once in a while if you're using a stainless steel pan, or if you're using a non-stick pan, you can stir it once in a while too. So now we can see that it's ready. We have a little bit of the oil on top of it, so it's done. You set it aside and allow it to cool completely. So this is how my dough is. It has doubled or even tripled in size, so I'm going to deflate it. This is so simple to make. Now all the bubbles are supposed to leave our dough now, and then I will knead it for at least 2 to 5 minutes again, then transfer it into my working surface. This recipe is a beginner-friendly recipe. Like I told you, there are a lot of ways to do your pizza, and pizza originally originated from Italy. So on my working surface, now I'm going to pour some flour into it. Be generous with it. This is also the secret. I'm using semolina flour to mix it up for some crispiness. Now onto the working surface, I'm going to put my dough onto it, divide it into smaller sizes or to what my pan or my pizza pan can take. Now I'm going to set it aside and then start with my molding. Now you can use your rolling pin if you have, or you can just use your hands to make it into a circular form like I'm showing you. This one is tedious and it needs experienced ones to do it. So after I'm laying it beautifully into my pizza pan, and then we'll continue with the process. This is so simple, so easy to make, so fun if you are doing it with your kids too. Now that I know that it's holiday in our country, Ghana, you can try this recipe with your kids when you are home. Now I'm going to pour my tomato sauce or my pizza sauce onto it. Please be generous with it because this is the main sauce for your pizza. Now coat it nicely like I'm doing over here, and then you're good to go. Now after I'm going to put my shredded chicken on top of it. I'll show you how I made my shredded chicken. This has been spiced already, so be generous with it because it's homemade. You're not buying it outside, so put whatever amount you think you can eat on it. So I'm adding my shredded beef or my pulled beef too. It has all been spiced, and then I'm adding my shredded cheese onto it. You can use pizza specific cheese or you can use mozzarella cheese too if that's what you have. And then I put my mixed vegetables on top of it. You can add mushrooms or you can add any meat of your choice too. When I'm done, I'm going to add some pepperoni to it because this one I call in my home a king size or king made kebab pizza because it has all the proteins I prefer and like. You can use just one and then make a chicken pizza or beef pizza or even make a pepperoni pizza if that's what you want. Now look at how gorgeous it's coming up. Now I'm going to coat the edges with a little bit of oil so that it doesn't stick to my pan when it's done baking. You can add more cheese too if that's what you want. The cheesier, the better it is. So now I'm putting some chili flakes on top of it. This is optional, but then I prefer to add it because I love my food very spicy. After I'm going to add my black pepper to it. This has been grounded or it has been grinded. So I put just a little and then into my oven. I'm going to bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Look at how gorgeous it is. You all can see it. Now it's hot, so we start dividing it into the shapes that we want. Is this not so simple to make? The whole process took like an hour and 30 minutes to prepare it, and trust me, it's worth it. This is so simple to make. You know whatever is going into your pizza, and look at it. Just look at how it is. It turned out really great. It was loved by everyone in the family. It's so soft and crispy at the same time. Thank you, lovely people, for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, share me out for more recipes. Bye-bye.